It is now time for your main event bout of the evening.
Wait!
You hear that opening bell. Jushin Thunder Liger in the red and white. In the black with the gold trim, the legendary Eddie Guerrero. Irish whip that time. Liger over the top. Guerrero comes back, misses the flying cross body. Three-quarter cravat chancery, the snapmare from Liger. Goes back to it a second time. And now the ground and pound. Let's talk a little bit about the history of these two fighters. Jushin Thunder Liger. More than 10 times, lateral press here, and a kick out more than 10 times, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion of the world over in New Japan Pro Wrestling. When we talk about Eddie Guerrero, we can talk about championships all over the globe. Championships in ECW, Extreme Championship Wrestling. We can talk about 2 times. He was the WCW Cruiserweight Champion as well as the WCW United States Heavyweight Champion. Dragon Screw Leg Whip, nicely done that time from Liger. Goes back in with the shoulder block. Guerrero also a Grand Slam champion in New York. Back elbow that time from Eddie Guerrero. The feeling out process here in the early goings. We just saw that backhand knife edge chop. Muay Thai roundhouse kick from Guerrero. And Liger looking for the Liger bomb. And a counter beautifully done from one Eddie Guerrero. Your referee, Tiger Hattori. There you see that bolo-like shot. The European uppercut. Figure 4 leg lock just momentarily there. If Jushin Thunder Liger can break down the lower half, lateral press, can break down the lower half of Eddie Guerrero, it will take away Guerrero's bread and butter, the jackknife press, the frog splash. And if you are enjoying this great wrestling action, please do not hesitate to check out the Throwdown Wrestling Library right here on this channel. Guerrero actually successful in 1996, as we see this Juji Gatami in 1996, where Eddie Guerrero won the Best of the Super Juniors Championship in Japan for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Somersault senton that time, scores. Liger over the top with the victory roll. Tiger Hattori in position, said it was only a 1. High crotch, scoop and a slam that time. And when we talk about championship tournaments in Japan, it was in 1995 that Jushin Thunder Liger successfully won the Super J Cup tournament. Once again, the figure 4 leg lock. Liger also a former WCW lightweight champion, winning that championship before president of WCW Eric Bischoff renamed it the Cruiserweight Championship. As the action continues here live from Japan, we remind you that you are watching the sport of kings. You are watching the human game of chess. It does not get any better in the world of athletics than professional wrestling. Lucha Libre, Puro Resu, catches, catch can, call it what you will. Arachnid Soul here once again in the booth. Wait a minute, Jushin Thunder Liger reverses the corkscrew, ends up with a tombstone pile driver of his own. Tops Guerrero, cannot get the 3 count still, but Jushin Thunder Liger will continue to look for it. Could not get the drop toe hold there. Once again, Eddie Guerrero with the scoop and the slam. Guerrero hits the ropes and snaps off Le Quebrador Conilo, the tilt-a-whirl, flying head scissors. Liger comes in, Shote palm strike in the corner. Pulls Eddie Guerrero away from the rope, steps through. Lamahi Stroll cradle, gets a 2 count. Jushin Thunder Liger will look for the Liger bomb. Jushin Thunder Liger will look for the brain buster. Wait a minute. Especial de Gory Guerrero, a move made famous by Eddie Guerrero's father, a move that we've seen Eddie Guerrero's father, as well as Eddie Guerrero's nephew, Chavo Guerrero Jr., win many championships around the globe with for years. Liger up top, went for the plancha. And wait a minute, now here's a receipt. The especial de Guerrero, the Guerrero special from the son, Eddie Guerrero. He's got that thing cinched in. Guerrero, fighting out of El Paso, Texas. Spent a couple of years, wait a minute, inside cradle. 2 and some change. Guerrero spending a couple of years in Mexico before heading to Japan, before coming back to the United States to compete in Paul Heyman's Extreme Championship Wrestling. Guerrero then ended up in World Championship Wrestling. But also, when we talk about Liger, wait a minute! Sit out Liger bomb! But there is a rope break, almost a buckle bomb that time. When we talk about Liger, stints in the United States everywhere. From New Japan Pro Wrestling touring over here to Ring of Honor as we saw that capo kick, lateral press.
1, 2.
It almost got a 3 count. Jushin Thunder Liger has also represented New Japan Pro Wrestling in TNA, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. Eddie Guerrero that time sent into the corner. Liger cinches his man up top. What will this be? Avalanche! Fisherman's Buster! That will be it, ladies and gentlemen! 2, and once again some change. The heart of the warrior. The fight of the Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero with the fighting spirit. Staying in it, still trying to win this. Series of back elbows, hammerlock throw. Liger came in that time, scored with the elbow. If I had to call it at this point, as we see that Dynamite Kid style snap suplex, I give the slight advantage to Jushin Thunder Liger. But at other points in this contest, at other points in this encounter, I have to say that Eddie Guerrero looks polished, looks crisp as always, and once again scores with the DDT. Guerrero picking his man back up, looking to set up Jushin Thunder Liger for some time. Wait a minute, Liger now sends Guerrero outside the ring. Full head of steam, JTL, goes tope, Kona Elo. Jushin Thunder Liger back inside the ring. It is still anyone's match. Guerrero misses with the dropkick. Liger fires up, telegraphs it, says that's it. There it is, the sheer drop brainbuster. That will be it.
3.
Jushin Thunder Liger here tonight from Japan gets the Duke. What an amazing encounter. Once again, it is your host, Arachnid Soul, in the booth. Wrestling fans, thank you, and good night.